possible crash, possible are mixed. And then at the very end, 5 rapid fire shots, unmistakable. It's a good neighborhood. I've never heard anything like that here as long as my families have been here.
Corporal Bolton says it is the Missouri State Highway Patrol's division.
Friend Salome Momo said she'd had issues with him in the past.
On multiple occasions, he told her that he would.
The couple fought often, Momo said, and broke up in August. Evans was a loving mother to her 13 and 4-year-old daughters. According to Momo, Evans was last seen Wednesday night.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, man, I done ran across a crazy situation. But before we get into this, I do want to start this out the correct way with some positivity. I want to tell all my supporters out there that's rocking with me consistently on a day-to-day basis. And to those who just became a supporter recently or in this very video right here, I'm talking to you as well. I hope that everything is okay with you physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best in every aspect of your life. And I'm sending y'all nothing but peace, blessings, and prosperous energy y'all way. And when I say this, I'm strictly talking to my supporters and to those who reciprocate the same energy back to me. Other than that, we're finna get straight into this situation at hand. I just had to start this out the correct way with some love and positivity, man. So look, man, I do want to say RIP to this beautiful young lady by the name of Delisha Evans. I hope I'm not pronouncing her name the wrong way. But basically, long story short, she was dealing with this weird fucker by the name of Ryan Phillips. She's a 30-year-old mother of 2. And also, he's 33 years old. I think that's how old he is. But really, man, I done seen a whole lot of stuff pertaining to this situation. I don't really go off of speculation, but I do know some of the things that's being said is true. Some of the things that I did see that a friend also said as well is that they were going through things in their relationship. And I want to say that if you are going through certain things with a person, you should get away from these people ASAP, because sometimes you can't get away, if you get what I'm saying. And there's no way in hell I'm finna sit here and victim shame and victim blame her, because it's easier said than done to get away from a person. I just want to let you know that if you are dealing with anything like this, let somebody know, and please do the right things as far as like being strategic to get up out of these situations. And that goes for men and women. But I do want to say also that her children definitely deserve to have a mother here. And for him to actually take her life is one of the weirdest things that you can do. Now, they're saying that they don't know exactly how she passed away or he passed away, because they ended up both, ultimately losing their lives in the midst of a crash. Now, they said that in the midst of this crash, there were gunshots as well that were being exchanged. And, some of the things that they're saying that basically makes me feel like she was dead beforehand was that, the kids were looking for her, and she wasn't around, and he ended up taking them to school in a rental car, and the house was burned as well. Now, I'm saying that to say that he could have potentially took her life in that house, and when the kids were gone or something like that, then he set it on fire to eliminate any evidence. Everything I'm saying in this video from beginning to the end is speculations. I'm giving y'all my thoughts and opinions on this. That's what y'all here for anyways if you're a supporter of mine. But I really do hate that she lost her life in this manner, no matter what took place, because she don't deserve that. You feel me? Everything that I've seen about her is positivity and love. I have not seen anything in no shape, form, or fashion wrong about this young lady. And it seems like all of the good people do pass away in some crazy ass ways. You feel me? But, there's some messages floating around. And excuse me, family, forgive me if y'all didn't want this out. But I've seen this all over social media, so I hope y'all don't get mad at me for actually speaking on what I've seen that's gone viral all over the internet. But the alleged child's father actually was texting her about this dude beforehand. I got some of the messages right here. We're about to read some of them right now, but I do want to know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. Like I said, man, it's just sad and unfortunate that these kids are losing so many parents back to back to back. And it's over some BS, bro. You don't own nobody, and you need to leave people the hell alone. Stop being weird as hell and understand you don't own or control no one out here. Everybody is their own entity, and you need to realize that shit. But hold on, let's read these messages real quick. Let me get in here real quick. Okay, now these are some of the text messages from the alleged baby daddy, one of her child's father. I don't know if she has 2 different child's fathers or what, but we're finna read these. So basically, long story short, these are what they say. Okay, the text messages that he sent said, "Nah, I wish you and Buddy the best, creep ass N-word." So he basically called him creepy off top. She said, correct. I guess it was to the message before that message. And then she said, he not creepy, he just love him some DD. He said, he doesn't fit, something's not right. Okay, never mind. Pray to God I'm wrong. Cause if Maya ever called me crying, I'm on Fox 2 the same night. Okay. It says, finally found someone who loved me with my flaws and bad attitude. That's what she said. He said, try my absolute best to respect you. The other day, by the way, she said, yes, we all one family. Maybe one day we can all kick it. He said, nah, I've been in the streets and have dealt with many different types of people, but the energy ain't right. And before you say I'm tripping cause he around the kids, N-words been around my kids and you been keeping you an N-word or two around. That shit don't faze me, not 1%. I know what I'm talking about. So basically he's saying, I don't give a damn about you dealing with different men and things like that, but this one just ain't right. So she said, ain't no N-words, just been around my kids, so calm down. And what's not right? Like what you think it is? He said, well, talk ain't nothing really. I just had to bite my tongue so hard in Princeton out of love and respect for you. I can't read the last part, it's cut off. So he wrote her and said, Dee, what the F? He gonna kill you. So it looks like he sent her a video or a picture before this took place. I meant she sent him a picture or a video. My bad, y'all. And he said that. So I'm guessing that the guy was already threatening her and things like that, because the friends have already said that he's been threatening her, saying he was going to take her life and things like that. She said, I know, shaking my head, pray for me. I'm going to move with caution. I got this all planned out. I know how to handle him. I think she meant now. He said, leave the police out of it. She said, leave the feds out of it. I guess she was laughing. I'm not for sure. That's an inward pressure point to blow. Protect my MF and kids. Now, another thing says, you're successful, man. You're consistent with your faith and church. Got the kids on a great path. Get that toxic shit out of your space. She said, yes. And he not a God-fearing man. I have to make him pray and log into church. Thank you. Deleting this as I go. I got smarter. Like you would tell me, do the right thing. Good night. She said, no text left behind. He said, childish. She said, I'm on it. I'm on it. She said, I'm on it. Just watch how this play out. Now, another message says, good night. Just know if some go down, Ryan Phillips the name. He said, okay. Now, these messages really touched me when I was reading them, because, you know, you can see her about to die. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the family and friends really do hate this, bro. For real, for real. And, you know, I want to say this as well. I don't want to put this as a direct association to this situation. But a lot of the times, man, when people do tell you certain things, you got to take heed to it. Because like I always say over here on my channel, please always take heed to anything that's presented to you, because you never know what the hell somebody really will do. And if somebody is playing with you about what they will do to you, take the time to understand that they possibly will do that. That thought didn't come across their mind for anything. You feel me? So, you know, move with caution with every situation. But yeah, I got a video about everything, and like I said, the friend did speak out and stuff like this, so we finna get into these videos right here. I just want to say RIP to her. I'm gonna put the GoFundMe link to her GoFundMe in the comment sections. Y'all know I really never do that because there's so many scams and stuff like that, but these type of situations where I can verify that it's a real genuine situation, I'm gonna put that out there, real talk. So yeah, y'all show the family and friends love. If you really rock with me, please don't disrespect her, because in some cases you really don't know what the hell is going to happen, and sometimes you cannot get away from these situations. Other than that, I done said what I had to say. Let's get into this. RIP to her one more time, and I want to send my condolences out to the friends, the families, and especially her children and mother and father, if they are alive or whatever the case may be when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and move forward into the video though.
Morning, 2 people are dead in a police chase near Crestwood city limits. The suspect, wanted out of Texas, was spotted by the Missouri State Highway Patrol earlier in the day. Bommarito Automotive Group Skyfox flew over that scene just south of Watson Road, where a Range Rover overturned and shots were fired. Fox 2 Chef Bernthal has the very latest on this developing investigation.
Here's what we know from the Missouri State Highway Patrol. They tell us that the vehicle that overturned here and crashed was driven by someone who was wanted by the Department of Public Safety in Texas That man, 33 years old, and a 30-year-old woman did not survive. Here's the look from Bomarito Automotive Group Skyfox, the Highway Patrol telling us Troop C, which is the troop located in the St. Louis area, received a notice from the Texas Department of Public Safety that the 33-year-old man inside the Range Rover was wanted, and they had concerns for the safety of the 30-year-old woman who was with him. The Range Rover spotted on eastbound 44 near 141, and then a pursuit beginning near Big Bend. The Range Rover exited on Elm and continued on to Rock Hill before crashing near Pardee. What happened next is still under investigation, but no members of law enforcement were injured.
At this point, what we know is that shots were fired by troopers, and that a gun was recovered on scene next to the vehicle. That was not a trooper's firearm, and that both subjects in the vehicle were deceased. And their exact cause of death is still actively being investigated.
It sounded like possible crash, possible gunfire mixed. And then at the very end, 5 rapid-fire shots, unmistakable. It's a good neighborhood. I've never heard anything like that here as long as my families have been here.
Corporal Bolton says it is the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control that is now investigating this case. Reported from near Crestwood, Jeff Bernthal, Fox
We
TV.
have new information tonight about the 2 people who died after police chase and shots fired in St. Louis County. 30-year-old Alicia Evans was reported missing from Texas on Friday. Police in Texas alerted the Missouri Highway Patrol that Evans may be in danger heading to the St. Louis area. Troopers spotted the suspect's car yesterday afternoon on Interstate 44, leading to a chase. The car crashed on South Rock Hill Road in Crestwood. The Highway Patrol says shots were fired. The suspect, Ryan Phillips, at the scene. Alicia Evans was also found inside that car. Investigators have not released information about how they.
A woman from Princeton in Collin County was found in a vehicle following a police chase near St. Louis, Missouri. Princeton police say they first went to a home on Winding Meadow Road early yesterday morning for a structure fire. Family members reported 30-year-old Alicia Evans, who lived at the home, was missing. Police say they determined 33-year-old Ryan Phillips was a suspect, and later in the day, Missouri state troopers located his vehicle near St. Louis. Police say there was a chase, a rollover crash, and then a shootout. Phillips on scene. Evans' body was found in the vehicle.
Both subjects in the vehicle were deceased, and their exact cause of death is still actively being investigated.
It sounded like possible crash, possible gunfire mixed. And then at the very end, 5 rapid-fire shots.
The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the cause of death is pending and
police pursuit turned in St. Louis County.
We knew the situation was pretty dire.
What we now know about the man and woman who were found in the vehicle. Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight we begin with new information about that police pursuit that ended with 2 people last night in South St. Louis County. 5 News Side's Andy Kroll returned to the scene today and spoke with people who saw the aftermath of the crash, as well as a close friend of the woman found in that vehicle, Andy.
Roberts, the thing to know here is that the Missouri State Highway Patrol identified them as Alicia Evans and Ryan Phillips. In an interview you'll only see with 5 on Your Side, a friend of Evans tells me the former couple had a complicated relationship.
Police cars everywhere at this Afton intersection. Around 5:40 Friday night, an SUV rollover crash on South Rock Hill Road near Party Road, captured in real time through the bushes of Kyle Motors' home.
We saw cops with shields coming out. We knew the situation was pretty dire.
Troopers began a pursuit eastbound on Interstate 44 after the driver refused to pull over. The SUV exited onto South Elm Avenue and continued to South Rock Hill Road, where neighbors said they saw a gun lying on the ground next to the car after the suspect fired at police. Motor heard 10 to 15 shots and saw a car flipped over.
Heard the shots, and then we got down and knew that it was not a usual scene for this area.
It's a story that starts all the way back in November of last year near Dallas, Texas. Alicia Evans, known as Dee Dee, started dating Ryan Phillips, both from St. Louis. Friend Salome Momo said she had issues with him in the past.
On multiple occasions, he told her that he would
The couple fought often, Momo said, and broke up in August. Evans was a loving mother to her 13 and 4-year-old daughters.
Now look, I do want to say that a lot of people don't take heed to that. You feel me? And I hate that, you know, she found out at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that the dude that was texting her actually felt that vibe. And I want to say this as well. If you're dealing with somebody, now you can tell the difference when somebody out there hating on your relationship and when somebody genuinely looking out for you. But sometimes you can get a mixture of both because of the relationship that you did have with a person. I just want to say this, and I want y'all to take heed to this, because I always say this. This is what I preach. One of the main things I say. Please always pay attention to anything that's presented to you. Anything. I don't give a damn what it is. Take heed to it. Listen to it. Dissect it. You know, just take your time to understand that this could be something that you really need to take seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I'm not going to victim shame or victim blame her, because it's easier said than done to get out of these situations, and we don't know the dynamic of the relationship, how he finessed her, played with her to get her into the thought that he possibly could have been a good guy. But I just want to say, man, take heed to everything that's presented to you. I really hate that this did have to happen to her, because these kids need their mother. First of all, I hated it happen to her because she needs to be alive. You know what I'm saying? But her kids need her immediately after that. Really, it coexists with each other. But y'all get what I'm saying when I say what I say. It's just sad that these dudes don't got the emotional intelligence, and they don't know how to distribute their misguided anger. You know what I'm saying? And I understand a lot of people going to say that's why fathers are needed and mothers are needed. Yeah, true enough. But at the same time, you got to have some self-discipline. He's a 33-year-old man. Ain't no time to be blaming nobody else but his crazy ass, because he's seen the way of the world and he could have easily changed over time. But you take heed to when people telling you that somebody might not be right for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what you know personally, but on the side of that, just kind of listen sometimes to some people. Now, some people just genuinely don't want you happy, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. But y'all get what I'm saying, man. I ain't got to break it all the way down till it's minute. Just go with your heart, but at the same time, kind of listen a little bit too. Let's get back into it.
According to Mo, Evans was last seen Wednesday night. Her teenager asked where her mom was. Phillips, who was still around, said Evans was asleep upstairs. The next 2 days, he drove the 13-year-old to school in a rental car.
I'm glad he
then
didn't kill
on Friday, Evans' house scorched, Momo saying arson was involved. Police in Princeton, Texas activated a critical missing person alert Friday morning, saying Phillips was the primary suspect in Evans' disappearance. License plate readers helped locate Phillips' SUV in St. Louis County, which initiated the pursuit.
The understanding is that she was already not alive when she was in the car.
That's what I feel.
She could say anything to Phillips.
He took someone's daughter, someone's friend, someone's mother. Selfishly, we'll never get a why. We'll never get to a place of understanding.
If you or someone you know are experiencing a domestic situation, Mo will ask that you speak up and reach out for help before it comes to this worst case scenario. You can find more resources to organizations that help victims on our website at KSK.
Follow up to a story that we were the first to bring to you last night, as we're learning more about what led up to a police chase that ended in a rollover crash, gunfire, and 2 people dead. Bommarito Automotive Group Skyfox was first over the scene on South Rock Hill Road near the intersection of Party Road. This is all just south of Watson Road near the Crestwood city limits. The suspect was wanted out of Texas and spotted by the Missouri State Highway Patrol earlier in the evening near Interstate 44 and 141. The pursuit began at Interstate 44 at Big Bend. At one point, authorities became concerned over the safety of a female passenger in the suspect's car. We have since learned that woman, 30-year-old Delisha Evans, was deemed to be a critical missing person out of the state of Texas. State rangers then contacted the Missouri Highway Patrol to alert them about a suspect who they believed was with her and on their way to Missouri. Police kept pursuing the suspect as he got off at Elm and went south through Webster and crossing over Watson Road before rolling over. Fire quickly erupted after the crash, and authorities say a weapon was found near the suspect's vehicle. The suspect and that missing female passenger, but it's not clear if they died in the crash or from the gunfire.
And I'm glad that that news station said what they said, because it's really not clear how she passed away, because she could have easily accidentally got shot in the midst of the gunfire, or she could have already been done past, or the wreck could have actually took her life. And I think they're more focused on her than him. They don't give a damn about him. But overall, you know, like I said before, I really do hate that this did have to happen to her, and I hate that these children are going to live their life without their mother, because she didn't deserve that. And then, like, actually be with your mother through thick and thin, through it all, man, seeing her at her lowest and at her highest, you know. And then to actually lose her like this, gotta be one of the most craziest things ever, man. And I know that they're gonna be hurting in the inside forever, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that he didn't live, because I really do wish he could have got some time and had to live his life the way that they finna have to live their life, you know what I'm saying, in pain and things like that. But at the same time, you know, some crazy fuckers out there, they don't give a damn what happens to them as long as they got you out of the way and nobody else can have you, you feel me? But like I said, man, RIP to her. I want to send my condolences out to the entire family about this situation. And yeah, man, I hate that this happened, bro. If y'all really can feel how I feel right now, y'all be like, damn, bro, this done messed that boy up, man. This done told me up, because people don't be deserving this shit, man. This shit be really sad, fool. But it is what it is, man. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. I want to send my condolences out to the family again. Other than that, that's all I got to say, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. All right.